guys? My name is unCAGEDgamez. Welcome back. Yes, back to another reaction video. Today we got the Omni-Man Kombat Kast. Viltruite has arrived. Omni-Man joins Mortal Kombat 1. I am so excited to see the breakdown of Omni-Man. We got a little teaser of Omni-Man's gameplay from the interview that happened yesterday that came out for Xbox. And now we actually get to see a full-on breakdown of the character and Tremor. So if you guys are excited, drop a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell icon so you guys get notified when we upload a brand new video. Now, with the power of movie magic, editing magic, let's cut to when the Kombat Kast starts.
We're going to walk through now how Omni-Man with the cameo of Tremor plays.
All right, let's go.
Let me see those thumbs ups if you guys are excited.
Is a very simple character to describe. He is a powerhouse brawler that has super speed. It's kind of interesting. We've had a lot of characters who are really fast. We've had a lot of characters that are super strong, and he kind of combines them in pretty neat, interesting ways. So let's check him out.
I can't wait.
His normals first.
Look at that red.
Straightforward. He punches, and he punches really hard.
All the punching. All the
He has a Superman punch.
Throwing the haymakers.
That's exactly right. This is not a martial artist. You know, he is not. There's not a lot of finesse here.
Right.
One of the first moves I'd like to show is his forward 4, which is like his pretty good advanced
knee.
mid.
Okay, pop up.
A lot of
Nice.
these moves are high, so this is kind of one you want to use when you want to go mid.
Blam.
Is that a string right there?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, at the end is just a 1+3 input.
You know I love them.
Right.
It says
Another
Tremor
really
Aftershock
good mid
up there.
Close, this is back 1, and it has 2 options. Back 1 pops them up, and back 1-2 is mid and a safer.
I really hope he's got some cool air combos, but we'll have to wait, I guess.
Well, I'm sure we'll see. He also has.
He better
some
have cool air
interesting
combos.
mix-ups to open up the opponent. Like for example, his sweep is pretty unique because he drops down and does extra damage
Because he's that fast.
because he's super fast.
That's actually
What a
sick.
show off.
He also has forward 3 where he literally just stomps the ground and creates an earthquake.
Yo, what is he? Tremor?
And then I think this is one of his coolest moves. He has an awesome long-range overhead where he zips across the screen super fast, and if he's up close, he'll zip behind you and knock you down.
And that's just a button.
Yeah,
That's an
it's just
overhead. That's a
bullshit.
long-range overhead.
And you can see it has really good range.
Dude, that thing is
That's all I'm gonna need. That's it.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna
just
get
set up
clipped by that every time.
Man, he just loves putting people's faces in the ground.
Yeah, he's a strong guy. So let's go over his special moves. Great.
Yeah.
One unique thing about Omni-Man is he actually has a lot of aerial mobility. All of his special moves can be done in the air. He has ground and air versions of all of them, which is pretty unique to MK. First one I'd like to show is the Mega Clap. He puts his hands together.
Clap.
It's not
Clap
high,
them
he hits the
cheeks.
Mega
Wait, hold on.
Clap.
What?
Sends them very far. It's a great combo ender with Punisher, kind of mid-range footsie tool.
What's the hitbox
Could you
on that?
almost
That's
use it like
crazy.
zoning too?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Keep them in, keep them out.
Doesn't
EX
go full screen.
Not full screen, but the EX version goes even further and will destroy projectiles.
Oh, okay. Man, he's just tearing up the ground. Everything he does.
He also has this big charge mover. He literally
Nice.
just like
The
charges
chest
into
bump.
his chest. And we've all learned in the 90s in N64 wrestling games that if you put your chest out, you're blocking moves. So he can just barge in. And the EX version has armor, so this is kind of his advanced.
So that's his wake up.
You think they're gonna do like a projectile? You
Wake
wanna
up,
get in.
chest bump.
Kinda similar,
EX
like
is
a
armor.
shotgun
Okay,
kick.
that's your go-to.
Another special move he has that, and you'll see this, being able to close the gap is a reoccurring theme with Omni-Man.
Gotcha.
Because he
He
wants
has
to get in
this.
there and punch.
Exactly, torpedo move. A
Oh my god.
superhero classic.
Oh my
You
god.
can do this in the air and it actually goes downwards to pop the opponent up. Another move great for just
Dude,
full
Omni-Man
screen
looks
at
so
any moment.
crazy,
Very,
dude.
very quick.
So this is interesting though, because if you do it on the ground, you're not following up.
Correct. But if you do it in the air, he gets to pop up.
Let's go.
Very cool. I also really like how the blood from his opponent gets onto his costume. It's pretty awesome. Like I know that we get blood on everybody, but for some reason on him it just looks real cool.
It's just kind of iconic with him, you know.
Yes. So then let's go over his most interesting special move that I think really sets him apart. The Viltruite stance.
Okay, this is
So
the stance we
it's down
talked
deck
about.
3, and he starts hovering in the air. And from here, he has 4 different moves plus a bunch of mobility options. Let's start with the mobility. You can cancel it, but you can also warp forward.
Oh.
Extremely quick.
Don't blink! Don't blink!
And again, he can do this in the air like all of his special moves.
This is pretty awesome.
But we'll go over his moves.
That animation is so sick.
First, I think it's one of the key moves, which is this grab. And this is like his main combo starter. You can quickly go into it.
Brother.
Off of the low I talked about earlier.
Just dragging people in the dirt.
He also has this move where he zooms across super, super fast behind you. That's a great combo ender. It's a great check. You think the opponent might try
Oh, this character's gonna destroy my dreams.
When he's in stance, you can quickly go into it. He also has an overhead from anywhere on screen. He drops down.
Great, he has an overhead.
Exactly. And
He
then
has a quick
lastly,
overhead.
big
Oh my god.
Anti-air uppercut. And he zooms across and then covers all the upward space. So it's kind of like the upwards version of the zip behind you.
I just love that spine break.
It's so cool. I like the facial animation.
I'm dead.
So then the
I'm gonna
question
die.
is, how am I supposed to go into this stance when you're doing projectiles, you're doing long-range normals and all that? And he's just vulnerable floating there, right?
Well, I don't think
Wrong.
he is.
No,
wrong.
No.
Nah.
So in Viltrumite's stance, when he does it, he's immune to all fireballs. They will literally
Dude.
just pass through him as long as
Dude.
and that includes in the air.
Try zoning
That's some of the
against
coolest
Omni-Man.
stuff
It
I've ever
ain't
seen.
happening.
It's pretty awesome.
Look at him, he just goes like this.
The EX version starts up faster and also makes him immune to normal attacks as well.
Dude, that's so
And then you can
beast.
go in
That is
and
so
punish
beast
them
of a
That's so cool.
as
move.
they're recovering.
Finding
So-
times to use that's gonna be really interesting.
Yes, and again, he can do that in the air. The EX version is very, very quick.
It's gonna be embarrassing too.
It is
Dude,
very,
imagine tournament,
very
right?
That's
Someone
awesome.
tried to do
I
a
love
combo
it.
to win the game, and Omni-Man just
lastly, for
goes.
his mobility, he has a unique air dash. This actually has a physical hit attached to it. It doesn't just pass through the opponent. So you can see he spins the opponent around for a free hit. And you can do 2 as long as you have meters, so you can do stuff like to do some really cool flash.
I can't with this character. This character's too much for me right now.
You can use it
He's too
to
hype.
out,
He's
and it'll always have that physical hit. So again, to recap that, if you just do it for the first time, it doesn't take any meter. But if you want to do it twice, like in a combo like I showed, it's going to take a bar. Similar to how Nataro was.
they went
Very
they went
cool.
overboard with Omni-Man.
So I
He's
think
too
in general,
strong.
Omni-Man's a pretty simple powerhouse character to play, but he's got great mobility options, great offensive ability, and I think the Viltrumite stance is going to be super, super interesting. to
And
see.
people, yeah, people sometimes like of my level probably, when you hear stance, you get a little scared. But his stance is actually not it's not your
No.
typical like. It's not that hard to use, really.
Right, it is not really hard to use, and he was not meant to be. He is
Right.
meant to be like, just like you see on Invincible. He is just he's just tearing through people effortlessly. That's exactly what a design team went with, and I think they really nailed
It shows, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Super cool. I love it.
yeah, I think he's going to be really, really cool. So would you guys like to see Tremor?
I think we would.
Show us some tremor.
You know what? Let's just
Show us
save
some
it for another day.
Just
Tremorius.
save
Just
it?
save it for another day.
I'm gonna vote yes.
All right.
All right, come on,
Wait,
Derek.
okay,
Don't
okay,
troll us
all
like
right.
that.
So Tremor's one of the most interesting cameos in the game, and I can't wait to see our players use him because he has more moves than any of the original roster cameos.
Okay.
Let's see how it works.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So we all know Tremor debuted in Mortal Kombat Special Forces, but he really made his big playable debut in MKX.
Correct,
Where he
correct.
had 3 variations.
Yes.
And that's something our design team wanted to bring back. You can actually go Aftershock, Metallic, and Crystalline, and he has a different set of moves in each stance. So I'll show how it works.
All right,
Starts
show
with
us.
Aftershock. You can even see in his life bar, and he's like the brown, rocky, kind of traditional looking clobbering time Tremor.
Right.
So he has 3 moves when he's in Aftershock. He has his Rock Punch. It's
Okay.
exactly what you'd expect.
Yep.
It just kinda
Lunge and
comes
punch.
in,
Yep.
It's safe on block. It knocks you away. You can use it to end your stream.
Safe on block or is it safe
He
on
also
rock?
has Up Punch, which is a pop-up starter.
Which I'm pretty sure he also had in
In
MKX.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then lastly, he has his Ground Pound, where he comes in, he does a low, and then pieces out. So if you have a really good overhead, for example, maybe
Which
you have an
Omni-Man
instant
has.
overhead that's almost instant. You can also have a mid-screen low that's almost
That's so good.
which is pretty awesome.
And that's just a knockdown. Hard-
Exactly,
yeah.
right.
And so you would say Aftershock, he's sort of the attacker.
Yeah,
The
I would say
offensive
it's,
one?
it's
Yeah.
offensive, it's pretty basic, it's the most kind of standard Tremor.
Right.
Kind of the one you, like base, which is why it's the default one.
Right.
Okay.
So then at any time you hit R1 and he'll come out and he'll cycle to the next one. which is
Interesting.
Metallic. Now he has an entirely new set of moves. And they're all lava based. He has his lava burst, which is
Flame
like
on.
mid-range, safe, kind of there's no reason not to use it.
Right.
He has an anti-air lava burst.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is really, really cool. He has this bowling ball, which is a
Nice.
low,
The golden
and
nugget.
If you hold it, it becomes an overhead.
Okay.
Hit him with
So
the
he's got kind of
Kobayashi.
mid-range
All right.
attacks, plus a 50-50 from full screen that you can mix up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Again,
So
great
is Tremor
event,
like
yeah,
broken
it's
or
so
what?
cool.
Right, so then that gives you also
Is Tremor,
zoning
like,
abilities or
insanely good or
projectiles
what?
if you have a character that is lacking that.
Exactly.
Which is awesome.
Goodness.
Or if you have really good
Mix-ups.
projectiles, you wanna
Double
With
down.
Mix-ups, you can go that way.
Right.
And maybe you have like really great anti-air, and this can be a low that is going to make them want to jump. You know, you could put out Lime's lantern and then be doing this. It's just all kind. I think the creative freedom in the cameo system is the coolest part of the game, right?
Can't agree more.
Yep.
And then lastly, one more stance,
Okay.
Crystalline.
People
Okay,
are
show
looking
us
forward to
how
this.
broken this one is.
Yeah, Ed kind of teased it, and I think a lot of people guessed some of the stuff he could do.
Yeah, totally.
So in Crystalline, he has two attacks.
Okay.
He has Crystalline Burst, which will deflect projectiles. And
Yeah.
then the big one, and a lot of people were like, there's no
The
way
armor.
they're going to do that.
The armor.
We did.
Oh my
armor.
god!
So once he has Crystalline armor, it's doomsday for the opponent. Oops, I was too slow. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. So he's going to summon the armor. And he will just absorb attacks like an absolute badass.
Beast.
Right.
And so the way this works, the cycling is once you do the summon, like I said, it'll go through. And it goes in a particular order. And if
You
hold
put
down
that
the
armor
it goes
on
in opposite
Omni-Man,
order. So you
it's
could
a
go from
wrap.
Crystalline to Aftershock.
GG,
And skip
it's a wrap.
metallic in between, if that makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
you're cycling.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is definitely a skill
Yes.
cap on like people who can go back and forth and know what
Exactly.
you're doing. So like yes, they have a lot of moves, but yes, you have to be
You
cycling.
have, yeah,
Exactly.
You have to
I
manage
don't know about
that.
you, but like,
You're gonna have to manage the order that you're in because you
just
cannot go
stick
straight
on
from
Crystalline,
Aftershock
put the armor on, keep
to-
using it as much as you
Oh,
can.
sorry, you can't go from metallic
Jeej.
to Aftershock unless you go down, like you cycle
Right,
back,
right.
if that makes sense. I just confused myself. But it'll
I'm so
make
excited
sense
to
'cause
use
there's
these
only
characters,
three.
but I'm
Right.
also so scared to
Whether
go
you
online.
wanna go which order. And then there's a really, really, really cool twist, I think, really sets him apart. When you call him out, it's an ambush move, and you can transition into any of these attacks. So let me show you. Right now I'm in Crystalline. If I go to Aftershock and then immediately enter a back in R1, he will immediately, while still on screen, go into the ground pound. Like so.
Oh. Interesting.
Or next in the cycle is metallic. So let's say I wanted to do the bowling ball. I can do it that way. Or crystalline. I can do instant crystalline armor.
Interesting. Very cool.
So that means all of his moves can also be ambush moves if you commit to bringing him out, swapping, and then immediately doing the move. Now that's going to be somewhat risky. They can get you out of it. You're going to have to be where you are in the cycle and all that. So there's a lot of risk and a lot of thoughts. It's going to
High risk, high rewards, guys.
Extremely powerful if you master the cycle.
All right, let me know
I
which
think it's one of
variation
the
of Tremor you're going to be
coolest
using
games.
and why it's Crystalline.
Cameos.
Excellent.
Very cool.
So that's that, huh?
I think we have one more thing to show.
Oh.
Okay.
His fatal blow. And
All right,
the
show
fatal
it.
blow attack that he goes into is pretty neat because again it uses his speed. You can see here.
So is that like full screen? That looks full screen. You should be dead. Your opponent should be dead after that. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
pretty
cool.
good.
So early access for Omni-Man is on the 9th,
That's right.
and then Tremor will be out later this month.
Yep.
And in addition to that, too, we will be having free trial towers as well. So you'll be able to try Omni-Man for free if you do
that's
not
awesome.
have early access for it.
Yep.
Cool.
That'll be in-
So we're gonna take this mask and then just cover it with my eyes. Yo! Let's fucking go!